Good afternoon to everyone. We are here in a certain village in Las Piñas, and as you can see on that side is the house that we will be investigating for a while. So let's come now. Alright, so this is the perspective of the house. As you can see, the house is a little bit different from the plan. That is because this house has undergone many changes from the past years.
This is the whole perspective of the house, and we can observe that there has been some renovations with the whole house compared with the original plan.
So, we are about to enter the subject house. So that's Apple's mom, and as you can see from that area is the carport. Then, so good afternoon, Ma'am Sabisana. And from that area, that's the steel casement window. And from that area is the receiving area of the house together with Apple's godmother. And going back there, that's the column, as you can see. Yeah, column. And another steel casement window. And from there is a spiral light.
Good morning. This is the house of Mr. and Mrs. Sabisana. So, we will now start roaming around the house. This is the main door of the house. As you can see, if we enter this house, first, you can see the living room, and this is together with their sala set, and this is their television. At the back, there's an outlet, and this is their blind curtains, the columns, and the service door if you are going to the store, and the 16 by 16 floor tiles, and CFL light, and a vaulted ceiling. There's a CFL light. And additional, the service door located there is not indicated on the plan.
So, in this house, we're so lucky to have this house because they have their own bar station. Yeah. Then, you can see that they pin lights there, especially for the bar station only area. And you can see their wine glasses. And they have that switch. Three-way switches for the pin lights. Then we have here another outlet for the other special purposes.
This is the division from the kitchen area and from the dining area. In this part, there is a small door. Then let's now enter the kitchen area. These are the kitchen cabinets, wood-like kitchen cabinets. Also, there is the column in that part. Then the sink, the kitchen sink, cabinets, and other furnitures.
So, we are now in the part of the house which is the kitchen. And
in this part, those are the kitchen cabinets and other furnitures. This is the service door of the house, and as we can see, it is a sliding door, then like that. And this is the laundry area of the whole house, that back part of the house.
So, as you can see in this kitchen, they have a range, and this is the outlet, especially for the range, special purpose for the range. And in this kitchen, you can see their exhaust fan
for the kitchen.
For the smoke. And also, they have a switch here for the light outside the house in their laundry area.
Now Tina is a female version of a hustler,
now we'll start going upstairs of this house. So here you can see a smoke detector.
There's a light here for the stairs. And you can see there's a mirror. Hi! As you go here in the second story, you can see the family area. And there's another bedroom in here. You can see there the light, and there's an outlet here beside the bedroom, at the bed rather. And there's a window here where you can see the stairs.
Through here, through the glass window, we can see the stairs down, and to the side of the room here, we can see a small storage area which contains the other things like that's the one up, and the picture frames and cups. Okay, now this is the second floor's comfort room area. So as we enter the comfort room, we can see here the water closet, the comfort room sink, and the bathroom switch. And at this part of the comfort room, we can see the air ventilation and the most green colored tiles, which make it elegant, and the faucets and the floor drain. Okay, on the other part of the second floor, we can see here the bookshelves and the air conditioning unit, the back of the air conditioning unit, and a column here. We are now on the second floor of the house. We are about to enter the storage part of the house. As you can see, they use screen door here. That is the screen door. Okay, now let's enter the storage area. Okay, we are about to approach the water tank system. They had 2 water tanks for the water supply of the house. And that is the PVC downspout.
Right now, we're going to enter one of the bedrooms of this house. This is the bedroom. We can see that there is an air conditioning unit and air conditioning outlet, which is intended for the air condition unit, and you can plug in the unit there. This is a special purpose outlet. Then from that part, we have another convenience outlet wherein the owner can use that part of the house. Then these are the cabinets. So inside this bedroom, there's also the bathroom. And you can see inside this bedroom, the bathroom of the owner. That is the bathroom. Wait lang. We can see that there is CFL spiral light, and that is the S1 or the single switch outlet intended for that light. It is based on the plan, and this is the bathroom. This is the door, and there is another outlet there for special purpose, which is composed of ground floor interrupter circuit in case of any water. This is the sink, a ceramic sink in this bathroom. Then this is the color of the design of the tiles. And this is the design of the house. This is the curtain for the shower area. This is the floor drain. Inside of it is to clean out. We are now here in the dining area. We can see the lighting, which is in this plan. The beams are there, and spiral light is also here. And as you can see, there's an outlet there, located up there. So now we're going to enter or see some other outlets, which is in this part.
Oh, there's an outlet there, as you can see.
Yeah, also there is an outlet for the refrigeration part of this house. Yan.
One single switch outlet, ay hindi, double switch outlet, and here is a special purpose outlet for the refrigerator or refrigeration unit of the house. Then, Crizza, pasok ka dun.
This another outlet.
Crizza,
So from this dining area of the house, there is the outlet. Then that's the switch for the lighting layout.
You can see here, the workers are cementing the covers of the septic vault and other water system to prevent water leakage. Let's see. So that is the septic vault. Yes. Here we can see that the water system of the whole village is being constructed. If we come closer here, we can see an open manhole. Inside of it are waters that are being constructed. Yeah, water pipes. Yes, that one. So this is a project of Maynilad. Yeah, that open manhole. Yes. Alright, so that's it. So, and Maynilad project. So right here is the water meter of the house. Yes, that. And so here, as you can see here, outside the house, the sandbags. These sandbags are serve as a protection while the water system is not yet being cemented.
Okay, so this is the downspout which is connected to the gutter. It collects the water that comes from rain and it delivers it through that, which leads to the front gate of the house. So that is the front. So that is the where the water comes out in front of the house. And this is the beam of the front of the house, so front part of the house. So that is the beam, that's the column, and so you can see there's the gate. So that's the beam of the house, and that there's the gate.
So let us have a little review on the house. These are the rooms on the second floor of the house. So this is the balcony part of the house. Yes, this area. As you step inside, we can see here a small dining room like area of the balcony. There is a steel casement window. Up here is a vaulted ceiling and an elegant ceiling fan chandelier for the dining room like part of this balcony. So now let us go down. As we go down, we will be approaching the living room part of the house. So this is the living room. The small bar under the stairs of the house. And in this area, we can find here the dining room. See, an elegant looking dining room. So these are the steel casement windows. There. So that is the kitchen. Here on the living room part, you can see a surround sound speakers up in the vaulted ceiling. This part is the carpool part of the house. That is the front gate, a column, a steel casement window, and beams on the front of the house. See, and that's the gate.
very lucky to have the owner of the house for our interview. So, good afternoon, ma'am. So, how much is the preferred budget for the construction of this house?
Siguro 3M na.
3 million? So, wow. Then,
Noon pa, no? Pero
ngayon, mahal.
ngayon, siguro doble na.
Oo, mahal na kaya ngayon. Then, who chose for the design of the house?
Mister ko.
And then, also the engineer? For the whole family's choice. Then, next is did you have any renovation in this house?
Yung ano lang, yung bar. Ay, gilid dito.
Tsaka yung tindahan. Bar and
Terrace.
terrace.
We are here to interview my friend, which is an architecture student from Mapua Institute of Technology. So she's here for us to give some comments, certain comments, for the target house that we are going to discuss or show you the videos of that certain house. So this is Miss Chosen Vinti Lorenzo. So now, what's your comment about the house that we have chosen?
Well, after I watched the videos they showed me and looked at the plans, the elevation, the perspective, and the design, I think that the house is good enough for a family of 3 children. The circulation of the house is really good, and when I look at the original floor plan, the arrangement of the dining room, the living room, the bedrooms are really good. And my only comment is, after the renovation, which is many changes really did happen, they were able to maximize a lot of the spaces in the house. One thing that I liked is the vaulted ceiling, which made the house really elegant and classy for a family who has a high income. And one thing that I didn't like is the wall division between the kitchen and the dining room, which cut the good circulation of the house. But one of the good things that they add is the bar under the stairs, which was really good and made the house really beautiful. The paint of the house, the yellow and pink red combination, was new, but it comes maganda yung naging combination. Yan. Sa tiles ng mga banyo, maganda yung mga nagamit na tiles sa banyo. The color combination was good. Yung mga colors ng tiles sa banyo really made the bathrooms look bigger, I think. My only comment sa stairs is yung sa first landing, I think masyadong mababa yung overhead. Sana kung tinaas nila konti pagdating sa second room, which is siya yung naging closet pagdating sa bedroom sa taas. Kung tinaas sana yon, siguro mas maganda. The terrace was good. The materials good. The paint of the house was really good. The lights, it made the house look bright. Yun. And yung windows sa baba, yung sa opening ng house na parang pavisyang ganon, was really good. I think it really emphasized na kung ano yung living room dun sa lugar na yon. Yung vaulted, yes. And yung additional ng bedroom sa taas, I think it was good because na-maximize yung space, although na lumiit yung family hall. Nagamit siya sa magandang paraan. Again, the ceiling, I really like the vaulted ceiling. I would also like to comment in the renovation, the roof and the gate which made the house look modern and less simple. The formation of the roof was really good, and the addition of the gate made the house look secure and
Love all my life. I don't get down, 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 down.
Step 1, the foundation. Now, I know you want to get rolling, but there's one more thing I need to quickly address before we start putting together our building, and that is permits and engineering. Most areas will require a building permit, which in turn requires you to submit engineered drawings together with all structural calculations showing that your building meets and/or exceeds your area's required design loads. And if you're getting a permit, all this paperwork has to be prepared, stamped, and sealed by an engineer licensed in your state. The good news is Absolute Steel Buildings will meet those design loads, and we work with a network of engineers licensed in all 48 contiguous states. Please visit our website, www.absolutesteel.net, for more information on engineering and about the concrete foundation requirements. When you're at the website, go to the navigation bar on the left-hand side, and under the heading Steel Garage Kits, you'll find the sections entitled Concrete Requirements and Engineered Plans that will address these subjects in more detail. The building we're going to put together here is a 5-foot on-center, 20-foot wide by 25-foot long building with a sidewall height of 8.5 feet. We're putting this on an existing 6-inch slab. If you had a slab poured according to the assembly instructions, your slab should be 4 inches wider and 6 inches longer than the building itself. The reason we recommend that your slab be a slightly wider and longer one than the building itself is because we don't want you to drill your anchor holes too close to the edge of the slab, which could cause it to break or crack. Don't worry about water leaking under the edge. That'll be addressed in a moment. Now, let's get on with putting this building together. Step 3, Roof and Wall Assembly. Before you start the roof, wall, and truss assembly, you'll want to lay out the parts for one of them on the slab so you can see how they go together. To keep it simple, our rafters are the ones with the green tips, and the height extensions have orange tips. Now, slip together the peak, the rafters, the side bends, and the height extensions.
Come right ahead.
Before you screw the deck or frame screws in the joints, take a measurement across the top and bottom of the assemblies as shown here. The measurements should be equal.
Okay.
Be sure to keep the joint spacing on both sides of the assembly the same. That way, your rafters and sidewalls will all be the same when the building frame is assembled. It's a big help if you drive stakes in the ground at the width of the building if you're building the roof wall assemblies on the ground instead of on the slab. Use them to set the dimensions at the bottom of the assembly. Remember to check your instruction manual for the diagram and details on this step. The installers in this DVD use scrap pieces of hat channel to hold the aligned frames in place. If you want to do it that way, which we would suggest, there are short pieces of hat channel marked scrap in each building kit for that purpose. Now, I want you to build the second one, and I want it built right on top of the first one. By the time you're done here, you're going to have every one of them in this stack. Putting them on top of each other will help you make it exactly the same as the first. Once everything is set, go ahead and screw 6 tack or frame screws into each joint. The 6 screws are only needed on one side of the assembly. Just line up the joints and the seams so that it's kind of like a machine built. All the joints and such perfectly lined up and so on. We're going to put truss braces on the second one. The first one and the last one on the stack will not have truss bracing, as those are the end walls and have vertical supports in them. So, now that we've got the second one made, let's put the truss bracing on it. Step 4, truss brace assembly. If your building is less than 20 feet wide, and assuming you're not in an area with excessive snow loads, you're probably not going to have truss braces. With few exceptions, our 20-foot wide structures will require truss bracing, and any buildings wider than 20 feet will require truss braces. Absolute steel buildings have 3 different styles of trusses based on the different loads that must be achieved for various parts of the country. For this demonstration, we're installing our tri-truss braces as they're the most frequently used. Again, consult your assembly manual for the type of truss your building has. The primary center collar tie tube on this building has an overall length of 31.5 inches and is a 2-inch by 2-inch tube with reduced ends. Center collar tie tubes can vary in length and size depending upon the size of your building. For example, a 40-foot wide building in a snow load area uses a 144-inch length of 2-inch by 3-inch tube. Again, always consult the assembly instructions that are included in your kit. Next, slip one of the 91 1/8 inch end collar tie pieces on each end of the center collar tie and make sure the assembly is straight. Fasten the joints with the tack or frame screws. And attach a left and right collar tie bracket flush with the ends of the collar tie assembly. Right now, we want you to position the collar tie assembly between the side bends. The collar tie must be centered in the frame. Use the joined connection between the rafter and the side bend as a reference point. The measurement from the joined connection to the end of the collar tie assembly should be equal on both sides. Fasten each collar tie bracket to the roof wall assembly with 12 frame screws. Next, we need to mark the center of the peak from joined connection to the center of the peak. This is where one of those Sharpie pens or something else that puts a mark on steel that won't come off comes in real handy. Now, mark the center of the collar tie assembly. On this building, the center would be 102 7/8 inches. These will be reference points we'll use in just a minute or two. Use a BK20 or flat bracket to affix the center brace to the peak. Place the vertical center brace in the frame between the peak and the collar tie. Use your reference marks as a guide. Make sure the assembly is straight before you fasten the screws after putting the first screw in. Leave the end which meets the collar tie assembly alone. We'll get to that in a minute. Using the center mark on the collar tie assembly, center the 4-inch by 6-inch flat bracket onto the collar tie assembly, keeping it flush with the bottom of the collar tie assembly, and fasten with 2 frame screws. Now you can affix the center brace using frame screws placed through the 4-inch by 6-inch bracket and complete the installation by fastening the remaining screws. The 2 diagonal brace pieces are now centered on each rafter, with the other end abutting where the center brace meets the collar tie assembly. Use the BK20 flat brackets to affix to the middle of the rafters and slip the other ends into the 4-inch by 6-inch flat bracket that you put on the collar tie assembly and secure them with frame screws. The only place brackets are used on both sides, front and back of the roof wall assembly, is at the peak to vertical connection. We've now got the first wall and roof assembly completed along with its truss brace assembly. So we're going to proceed with making all of them for this building kit, leaving the first and last one without truss bracing for the reasons I just explained. Step 8. Installing the wall and roof frames to the base rails. This part is exciting because this is where you'll start to see your building take shape. You'll need at least 2 people for this, and some 24 and 30-foot wide buildings may require 3 or more people. Many times there are irregularities in the concrete, dips or low spots that, unless we take certain precautions, could cause the building to be out of plumb and or level. So first, we want you to mark the 4 corner vertical pins right where they are affixed to the horizontal portion of the base rails, like this. Next, run your chalk line from corner to corner and snap it, marking each upright.
We're not going to use this one, Sergio. It's just going to... Pretty straight, man.
Now take your Sharpie and mark those chalk lines. Do the same to the other side. Start at the farthest end of the building and position the first roof wall frame, the one without a truss brace, next to the appropriate vertical pin. A building this size is pretty easy. Some of the taller 24-foot wide and 30-foot wide buildings may require the use of boards and clamps to create a pocket, kind of like a pole vaulter would use. Now we're going to take a moment out to show you how to put the wall and roof frames on the base rails with our heavy-duty or 2-inch by 4-inch main frame system. As we pointed out earlier, the building we're showing you go together in this installation DVD is a 2-inch by 3-inch mainframe system. But we also fabricate a building system with a 2-inch by 4-inch mainframe system. The 2x4 building system will clear span up to 40 feet with sidewalls of up to 15.5 feet high, but it requires a lifting device to lift the wall and roof frames. So we wanted to show you how to do this. As you can see, it's going to take 3 people for this operation, 1 to operate the forklift, and 2 to keep the frames steady. Carefully position the sidewalls down onto the base rail pins and brace as needed. A lifting device, such as what we're showing you, is only needed on the 2-inch by 4-inch mainframe system, which is any of our buildings in excess of 30 feet wide or higher than 12.5-foot sidewall or eave height. Now, let's get back to our original building. Be in communication with your helper and lift hand over hand until the roof wall frame is vertical. While your helper holds the frame steady, lift one side and place it onto the insert and slide it into place, and repeat on the other side. Both sides of the frame on some of the smaller structures can be lifted and slid into place at the same time. Proceed with the others until you've placed each individual roof and wall assembly on the vertical pins that are on the base rails. Right now, we want you to match the bottom of the wall assembly with the line you just marked out with the chalk line. Some may be all right, matching up very nicely, but some may not. For those, you'll use a crowbar to lift the bottoms up until they match your reference line, and when matching, have the other person screw in a couple of frame screws. After each of your wall and roof assemblies are in place, put the remaining frame screws into place until each has 4 screws. On the corners, put your frame screws to the inside so that when you're putting the exterior wall panels on, the heads of the frame screws are not distorting the panels. Hey, starting to look like a building, isn't it?
The last example will demonstrate our blue number 36 cable used for larger diameter pipe and other items that have a large horizontal load. First, measure the distance between the pipe and the support beam to determine how much cable you'll need. Spool off the cable and cut with the Felco C9 clippers. Thread the cable through the oval sleeve and through the ear of the URC clip. In some situations, you might find it easier to make the cable connection to the URC clip on the floor before you install the clip to the overhead beam. Crimp 3 times. Connect the cable to the beam. In this application, we have 2 pipes side by side to be braced, so we'll bolt 2 cables at each side of the pipe. Wrap the cable around the pipe and knot. Thread the loose cable end through the oval sleeve. Take out the slack. You can use locking pliers to hold the cable end in place. Crimp, and continue this procedure for each pipe to be braced. With the Felco C9 clippers, cut the excess cable. The first side of each pipe has been braced. Bolt the URC clamp and cable to the beam. Thread the cable through the oval sleeve. Wrap the cable around the pipe and knot. Run the loose end through the oval sleeve. Crimp 3 times. In all cases, you won't be able to get a 45-degree angle. In this example, you see braces installed at 60 degrees and 35 degrees. The angle closest to vertical controls the brace strength. We hope this video has given you an idea of just how easy our seismic cable bracing is to install. And we hope you've seen how this product can save you time as well as money. If you have any questions regarding any of the techniques we've shown you in this video, or if you'd like more information regarding our seismic cable bracing products, please give us a call here at Luce & Company. Thanks for watching.
Hello YouTube, here's a bit of something different for you. I don't know whether you guys have ever noticed, but I work as a plumbing and heating engineer. Now this is a project I've been working on for the past probably 8 or 10 weeks now, on and off. We're down in London here. What we've got in here is, in the middle, obviously we've got the hot water cylinder. That's an unvented cylinder. To the right hand side of that, behind the expansion vessel, there's obviously the boiler. The boiler provides the heat that warms up the water within the cylinder, and then the thing on the wall is an expansion vessel that accommodates any expansion that occurs within the cylinder itself, the thing in the middle. Now on the floor we've got a pump, and the reason that is that in this property we've got very little mains core water pressure and very little volume of water. It's an old lead supply coming in. So what we've decided to do is we've put some tanks in the loft for some storage, and we've then run a supply down, which you can see the red gate valve there. That's the main supply coming from the tanks, and that supplies the pump. And then obviously as soon as you turn a tap on, the pump senses the movement of water, the pump kicks in and supplies lots of oomph into the building. So within the house you get plenty of water pressure and plenty of volume of water. So that's what the pump does. Now just bear with me and I'll show you what we've been doing indoors. The people we've been working for have really been lovely. The lady Monica, she makes us our lunch every day and really looks after us. So she's been really nice. Right, up here, this bedroom used to be much larger than it actually is. I'll go over to this side of the room. What we've done is that partition wall there with the two new light switches in, all that area there, that's all a new partitioned wall, and we've walled off that area because within that area we've created a new ensuite toilet and shower room. There's the towel rail. We've got a tiled floor with electric underfloor heating. A nice square style wall hung basin with a single monoblock tap and chrome waste underneath. Now this lady's gone for a little bit something different as far as the type of toilets she wanted to install. Obviously we've had to run a new drain into this room, but she's gone for these Victorian style toilets with a high hung cistern and a chrome flush pipe that comes down to the toilet. Now this is the shower area. We've got a 1600 by 800 solid marble shower tray. I think these were about £1,000 a piece. All marble tiling right the way up to the ceiling. Then within the shower area we've got Victorian style mixer in chrome with a large head. Now that head, obviously due to the pump we've got downstairs and the good storage of water in the loft, when you use these showers you get plenty of water and you get a good drenching, so they're really excellent showers. We've got some spotlights at high level in the room. That one actually has got an extractor fan incorporated into it as well. So there you go. And then the main bathroom, which we've just finished. This is the main bathroom. We've got a 1700 double round-ended cast iron enamelled bath. It's a beautiful bath. It's very heavy. I think it was about 180 kilos. It was a right struggle getting up the stairs. And then serving that bath we've got a nice Victorian style set of mixer taps with a shower head incorporated into them. I put a bit of water into the bath because this bath actually gives the effect of you put the water in and it makes it look like a bluey colour. It looks very welcoming. Same again in the corner there. We've got a Same style toilet, high hung cistern. You can't see the chrome flush pipe behind because I've put the lid upon this one. But same again. This was a bathroom originally, but it never had a toilet in it. So I've had to run a new drain into this room. I've installed I've taken down a cast iron soil stack outside and put up a new black plastic soil stack and run a new drain along the outside of the house and through into that position there for a toilet. Then a nice new towel rail again. Now what we've done in here is we've put the towel rail directly alongside the shower in this room. Same again, solid marble shower base, glass partition, and another matching Victorian style shower mixer with the same large head, which, like I say, gives us plenty of water due to the pump we've got downstairs. Now what I'll do in a moment is, when I've just showed you around, I'll just pop this shower on. You can get a bit of a look at what sort of volume of water we're getting. It's certainly a good shower. Right, the basin. The basin is a solid marble conical style basin by a manufacturer called Fired Earth. This thing was 180 kilos on its own, so we've actually had to put a little bit of reinforcing in the floor there, but it's a solid block of marble. There's actually an access at the back so you can get your hand in, and if you need to do any maintenance on the trap, clear the trap for any reason, you can actually get your hands in round the back. But it's just a solid block of marble. It doesn't have a plug, as it doesn't have an overflow. If someone was to put a plug within the basin, one of the kids, and leave the water running, obviously it would just run onto the floor. So we've decided to leave this without a plug. Nice set of matching chrome Victorian style wall mounted mixer taps. Obviously they're concealed within the wall. All you see is the top section, the external section. So I'll just give you a quick look at the shower in motion. Hold on. There you go. You get a right drenching in there. Excellent shower. Like I say, as soon as I flick that switch, the pump senses the motion of water and the pump kicks in. And that's why we get all the excellent flow we're getting there. Right, well, I'm almost out of time, so take care, and I hope this might have given you a few ideas for your house. Take care, bye bye.
羽ばたいたら戻らないと言って目指したのは青い青いあの空
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 나는 선어해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선어해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 Hey sexy lady 오빤 강남스타일 Hey sexy lady 오빤 강남스타일